Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Longboard Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Longboard Blues, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975, and welcome to an unboxing video. An unboxing video that I've been looking forward to, believe it or not, with my prior two videos on said subject, quite a lot. And that would be the PlayStation Classic, or the PlayStation Mini. Now, let's just get the elephant out of the room. I've been quite critical of this. I think it's safe to say when this was announced, it was a complete and utter surprise. And many people, myself included, were really, really excited. So I pre-ordered this. Off the strength of the 5 games they mentioned at the time. Pre-ordered it straight away in a heartbeat. And then the rest of the games were announced, and I made a video about that saying that they were somewhat underwhelming, and then we saw hands-on reviews of it, early leak ones people were invited to Sony HQ, and I made a video about that saying they made, it's almost an insult to fans, the lack of effort they put into this compared to the Mini SNES, the Mini NES. Filters, rewind features, general polish and stuff like that. And now we hear that some of the games are POW and there might be performance issues, and so why did I still persevere with my pre-order? Well, I even said in those videos that I was still going to persevere with my pre-order. I was still going to keep it. I could always set it on. I could always send it back. That might be an issue, but we'll get to that. But do you know what? There's been a lot of negativity about it. And yes, I admit that I've expressed my thoughts upon it, but I still want to give it a fair crack of the whip. I thought it's easy to listen to other people, but you've got to remember when other people express their opinions and stuff like that, or review it, they're, how critical they are, or their critical nature, I should say, how in depth they go, may not be the same as yours. One man's piss, is another man's, sugar. So it's... Yeah, I think, we say this a lot, isn't it? And I guess it's why we like YouTube, which is, you can get hands-on, you get stuff that reviewers don't get, and some reviewers can be paid off. But I'm determined to give this a hands-on myself. So, yeah, I'm disappointed with what's announced, but I'm determined to give it hands-on and see what it is like for myself. Because, do you know what? I was super excited for this. And I guess some of the reason that people are disappointed with this is what big deal the PlayStation was to them. So, anyway, it came. Yeah, it came with Amazon. I waited up. Haven't been to bed yet. I waited up because it was raining, and Amazon have this bad habit of not putting stuff in waterproof bags, and also their drivers have a habit, because they have to meet goals, stuff, etc. for delivering, of just leaving it outside even though you have to sign. In fact, if you had a brain, on launch day you just drive by people's houses and there was a bloody, and I'm going to say a brain, I don't mean do it obviously, I'm just saying if you're a smart criminal and you see a parcel round about this size, nick it, chances are it's a PlayStation Classic. But yeah, so because it wouldn't be waterproof, I didn't want it left outside. So I stayed up, I got it, and I'm going to do an opening of it. Now, the box looks absolutely lovely. It really does. It's a representation of the POW, or UK PlayStation. How accurate it is, I honestly don't know, because I never had a UK PlayStation. I had a Japanese one, and here, which when I saw people like Sofutaku show their pre-order, I really wish, pointless because some of the games are in Japanese. I pre-ordered the Japanese one because this is my original PlayStation box. Seriously, no guff. I've still got my original PlayStation. It's chipped. It's a bit beaten up, but let's see how you look in 20 odd years. But that is just such a smart design. And also, something I wanted to point out. Solid cardboard. Now, I don't know if the UK one was back in the day, but I'm assuming that was probably solid cardboard as well. The first thing I noticed about this when I pulled it out of the box, the first thing I noted is that's why I didn't show you the back. There's the list of the games. There's all you break down, I guess health and safety and stuff like that. Do you see that god-awful, horrible thing here? This rip in the picture? Right, that's because there's, I don't understand why you would do this. Nintendo didn't. One of those, circular stickers or tags to keep it safe. And there was one on the top. But the one on the top was half on and half stuck to the packing paper with inside the box that Amazon actually sent it to me. So granted, that's not Sony's fault, but there was no way to get it off. That is best I could do, and that pisses me off royally. So that's not Sony's fault. But what is Sony's fault is immediately, and I haven't opened this, but I can tell, you see, that's a slipcase. That's absolutely pathetic. That is so cheap. Look. Now, before you say, Dave, it's just a box, that's not the point. I like my boxes and shit. People are going to use these for display purposes, or people are going to want to keep the box pristine because it's a gift or something like that. It will blunt in seconds. I'm very disappointed about that. Before you say, well, hang on a minute, you're being a bit extreme. Here's my SNES Mini. Solid. Solid. Do you know what? I mean, seriously, if you rip this, Sony, if you rip this idea off this, why didn't you go, I could use this as a bloody stab vest? And, yeah, okay, so, it's a slipcase as such, but it's a solid card case. That's my pet peeve. And that's before you say you're being overly critical right at the start. No, I'm allowed to, because simply taking it out of the box and having that happen pissed me off royally. And to prove a point, when knockoff Tat, here's my knockoff Mini NES Tat, has better, I love it when it does that, casing than your PlayStation 1, that is a reason for me to be disappointed and upset, because this thing was £90, mine. This thing was £90. That's very upsetting. But anyway, it looks lovely. It really does look lovely. Is it an exact replication of the original one released in this country? I don't honestly know. I'm assuming it is because, well, that's the general game plan, isn't it? So anyway, yeah, sorry, that's my little peeve. Anyone knows when I posted a picture of this up on Facebook earlier on will know that I mentioned somewhat in the comments that I was a bit peeved about that. But anyway, see, look, and it's got friggin' bingo wings. Not happy about that. Sony, that's your first fail. However, this solid card, I like that. But there's no excuse for the slipcase. I mean, look at the Mini SNES. There's no excuse for the slipcase to be like that crap. Anyway, PlayStation logo looks lovely, tasty and delicious. And so I'm rubbishing the packaging, which I'm allowed because for £90 of a premium Sony product, because it is a premium Sony product. This will be a two-parter, by the way. I'm not going to plug it in or anything in this video. This is just, the outside. But yeah, for a premium product, the packaging should be up to par. I mean, Nintendo's was. Anyway, so you open that. You pull out a tray. So why didn't you make that, I don't know, cost? Well, that's the whole thing I get so far with this, is cost. There it is. It looks lovely. It does look lovely, I'm not going to lie. I don't know where I'm looking. The camera's over there. Right, so let's open it up. Let's take it out. We'll do this first before we look at anything else. Why didn't you use this tape on the outside, Sony? Then I wouldn't have talked. Well, actually, no, I would have, because that wasn't your fault. That was Amazon's. But look at that. That is awesome. That is very, very, very nice indeed. It's light, obviously, because you would expect it. It's basically a system on a chip, USB. But as you can see, they're inside what would be, fake. The original sort of plug-in from the PlayStation 1. Well, they've mocked it up, so that's kind of cool. But look, got 3 buttons. This one is to change disc, obviously. This is reset, which isn't on the pads, but I can live with that. And open. Well, no, because I'm looking in reverse. Open is one of the last. Sorry, never mind. I'm tired. Power. Open is change disc. Obviously, it doesn't open. You've got your mini USB on the back. I'm going to say this. I don't care what anyone says. There's no plug. I know that. There's no plug. That's fucking cheap, Sony. That's really, really cheap. I mean, yeah. You've got your HDMI 720. That is a really, really nice looking machine. It really is. You've got your fake, heat grills and stuff like that. Your legs. I cannot express how nice that is. I don't have a PlayStation. I have a PS1 upstairs. Don't know where my Japanese one is, so I can't do a direct size comparison. But yeah. Honestly, that's the one thing that kind of disappoints me about how cheap the packaging is, because this looks friggin' lovely. Right, so obviously, box. I gotta show you everything. Like a Hellraiser puzzle box. So you got your 2 pads. You got HDMI lead. Good. So yeah, HDMI lead, but you couldn't give me a plug for the power unit. And don't use the old argument. Everyone's got loads of them. I don't care. I want one in the box with like Sony on it, just to make it special. Because you're giving me a mini, USB lead. Right, the pads. I've heard people complain about the pads. There's 2, obviously. I'm just going to get one out. Now these to me feel the same size as the original Japanese pads, because I have one, and those of you who never played a Japanese PlayStation, they're like 1/3 smaller than the UK pads, seriously, and obviously the leads are shorter. But these are going to have really, really long leads. But, I mean, by all means, people, correct me on this, but these, I mean, that's not, don't, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. To me, at least, feel like the Japanese pads. They really, actually, they click really nice. I would hope so. People said it's, oh, we want, and the D-pad's lovely. Actually, the D-pad is really nice. I was a bloody Coco, though, because obviously that's the main point of this. Select, start. They feel exactly, it does. To my mind, this feels exactly the same. People said they're cheap and bendy. I don't know, it feels really, really solid. The pad feels really, really, really nice. It definitely looks the part, doesn't it? It really does look the part. I would say that's a bang on. What's it say on the back? How accurate is that? A bang on, you know, representation of the original pad. How long is the lead? That's the deal breaker here, isn't it? Yeah, but I've heard bad things about these pads. This feels generally really, really nice to me. Oh, look at that. Stupidest way to do a length of lead demonstration ever, I know. By the way, back in the day, I used to go batshit crazy and mental when people used to do that. Drove me up the friggin' wall. So bad for your pads. That is a really nice length of lead, which is really, really, really good. Although you should probably sit quite close. It's obsolete because you should probably sit quite close to the machine because you have to press, you know, reset to change the game. And obviously for multiple disc games, you have to click open. So I'm taking the piss. That's nice. That's a good length of lead, and you get 2 pads. Which is cool, which is good, because a lot of the stuff in here is obviously 2-player. As I said, we'll get on to the games in the next one. If you want to know my pre-thoughts of this, just go through my video list and find out, because I've done a lot of videos on this. Because like I said, I may be critical and harsh on this, particularly with the box, but this is a big part of my gaming, you know, youth. Something that I absolutely loved and really did, like a lot of people, look forward to. And you know, I hear lots of disappointment, lots of people tearing it apart, but I'm definitely, that's why I'm continuing my pre-order to experience it for myself, because it's a hands-on thing. Now, do I have instructions? Apparently, really, apparently I don't have instructions. That is shocking. I mean, it must be new, because the thing, that is terrible. Oh, Sony. I cannot believe I don't have any instructions. Ooh, yeah. So, anyway, didn't want this to sound really, really bitter or anything like that. But, yeah, that's a bit disappointing, and I'm going to be overly critical on the product, even if it was the packaging, because like I said, this was a big part of my gaming history, and I was really, really looking forward to it. So anyway, ignoring the packaging, which like I said, maybe I've got a bug up my ass because it was ripped, and I'm, you know, really OCD with keeping stuff really pristine and nice like that, and that really did annoy me, through no fault of my own, but it did highlight the absolute cheapness of the packaging. It really... Yeah, like I said, it really is disappointing because of old stab best Nintendo here. But the machine itself looks, you know, we're not going to even get into the games and how they run on this video, but the machine itself looks absolutely fantastic. There's no denying that is a looker. That's easy as good looking as the mini SNES. It really is. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's got the expansion slot, you know. Was that for a video card or something? It won't open. Don't try and pull it off, people, because it even has like the little thumbnail clicky thing, you know. But yeah, look, that really is attention to detail. I mean, that is the looker. So yeah, that looks absolutely fantastic. The pads feel, they look the part. They really do look the part, and they do feel really, really, really nice to me. Instructions not being in the box. Yeah, that might just be an accident, I don't know. Obviously, that's not going to affect you, so that's just me allowed to be pissed off on it. But also, no unit to plug the USB in. Again, no big deal, but, you know, when people say, well, you've all got phone chargers, don't care. Want one in the box from day one, you know, with a nice little Sony sign on it. So, yeah, you know, all things considered, packaging crap, machine itself looks absolutely fantastic, and the pads look and feel really, really, really nice. So, there will be another video when I fire this up and we explore the interface together, have a look at some of the games and see how it performs, you know. It doesn't matter what games are on there, we just want to see how those games perform. Anyway, did you pre-order one? Did you cancel it? Or did you keep with it like I did? I'd love to know what you think. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.